Since January, I'm responsible for strategic planning for Lexus Europe. So before that, I was leading the Lean Operations Office, which spans Toyota and Lexus, both brands. Principle of Lean Operations is indeed to take lean manufacturing, translate it or articulate it into a sales and marketing environment or a knowledge environment. Does not have to be sales and marketing. The drivers of that is the culture of continuous improvement that we are world famous for on manufacturing side. We don't have that in sales and marketing. Sales and marketing environments tend to be very not process driven. They tend to be very functional orientated, which actually leads, and that's the biggest driver behind the project. It's to limit or abandon waste from the operations and duplication between us as a European headquarters and then the national sales and marketing organizations in the 26 countries that we are available for. The biggest driver was that we saw sales volumes growing fantastic, everyone happy, but we need to establish and ensure profitable growth. Together with sales volume, we also saw that G&A and sales expenses were increasing. So it was to change the flow or the extrapolation of the curve and make sure that the cost went down and the profit went up. Main difference between doing it in manufacturing and in a knowledge environment is tangibility. It's manufacturing, you're looking at a flow. You see cars moving or PCs or whatever it is that you're making. You can touch it, taking out of the line, putting it somewhere else, swap workers around, put them in a different order. That's something that is much harder to do in a knowledge environment because you cannot look at a process. Yes, you can see a document flow, but that's somewhere inside a network or a PC or between a group of people. It's not that much outspoken and tangible than it is on manufacturing side. That for me is the biggest difference and also the biggest problem almost to overcome. The way we started this is what we felt is how, or what we were thinking, how are we going to make people see or give them a feeling of urgency, of crisis almost. And what we did is we developed a list of activities that we said, okay, this is roughly all the activities that we are working on, both in headquarters and in national markets in the different countries. We went then around asking people to allocate their time and the budget spent on these different activities. And then actually turning it upside down, so going away from a functional view and then putting that list in a process view, you actually get to the real cost of your operation. The outcome of it, to give a practical example, is the cost of marketing is now far bigger than the 6 people that are sitting in your marketing department, because you've asked everyone, are you spending time on marketing? And everyone who claimed they are, we check that of course if they really are, that becomes your total time spent on marketing and your total cost, which represents actually the delta between your functional cost and your operational cost is your cost of inefficiency or your potential cost of inefficiency. It is tremendously important to have a single content development tool, because of when comparing again knowledge with manufacturing, where manufacturing side you see the start, you see the end. In a knowledge environment, the information is spread around different databases, PCs, files, bringing what will make this project a success or what will make our operations lean. It's not so much the fact that we will have processes documented, because everyone has that. It's the increased transparency between, let's between, let's say, you and I working both for Toyota, me understanding what you are doing and you understanding what I'm doing. We don't have to document our own processes. I know very well what I'm doing, so I don't need a documented process. But the person sitting next to me who maybe needs to work together with me or comes after me, looking at it from a process point of view, they might not have a clue of my timeline, the data that I'm dealing with. So having this single source of the truth, as you may call it, is tremendously important to, first of all, make information available, increase transparency, but use it almost as a tool also to communicate to each other and make each other understand how operations in a sales and marketing environment are structured. The use of Nimbus consulting services has not only been useful and helpful in terms of knowledge of the software, which is obviously very important also to train people, but it's we have been working with other consultants before, let's say from a content point of view, but in terms of the cultural understanding that drives control as what it is, which is far more than a process mapping tool, but it is what I was just referring to: process management, transparency, the My Page functionality, sharing of information, the knowledge that the Nimbus consultants have of that really helps us drive the cultural change, and has even helped internal people in the lean operations team understand better what lean operations is about.